live updates from the team you trust. Stream breaking news on 11 Alive Plus. Download free on your TV now.
Atlanta, we see you grinding it out every day to keep your family safe, your bills paid, and your community strong. At 11 Alive News, we get it, and we're here to help.
These are the Atlanta zip codes with the highest car insurance rates.
Reporting on real issues.
We uncovered millions of dollars in unused rental assistance.
Sharing real solutions.
After our investigation aired, GDOT took action to make Georgia roads safer.
For solutions that make your life better, watch 11 Alive News.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with 11 Alive and 11 Alive Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage with 11 Alive and 11 Alive Plus.
When the big story hits Atlanta,
A major water main break has left people with low water flow.
it's on 11 Alive Plus. Watch the 24/7 stream to see what's going on, live as it happens. Local news when you want it. Weather impact alerts, we got you covered.
I want you to be aware.
Good Saturday morning. I'm meteorologist Nicole Hartford. Thank you for joining us on 11 Alive Plus. We're tracking showers and storms across North Georgia. So we've got a weather impact alert with the risk not only for some heavy rainfall and persistent rainfall, but also for storms. That storm threat, the heavy rain threat, is going to linger through much of the day today, with really that weather impact alert likely going until kind of the mid-afternoon. So we're watching for heavy rain as well as storms. All you need to do is make sure you stay weather aware. You have a way to get any alerts should they be issued, any watches or warnings. We've already got a number of watches in effect across North Georgia, including a flood watch and a tornado watch. And I'll break down the locations where we see those in just a minute. Right now on the radar, things are still rainy, soggy, wet, but so far below anything severe. We're starting to pick up on a couple more locations with some heavier rainfall. Through much of the overnight last night, we've seen very persistent rain, except it's been mainly light to kind of moderate. With things starting to pick up a little bit more throughout the next couple hours, we'll start to see more pockets of the heavier rainfall. So right now through Metro Atlanta, on the north side of the city, a little bit of light rain. As you go further north into North Fulton County, far northeastern Cobb County, that's where we have some heavier rain just northwest of the Roswell area, kind of edging into Cherokee County. And there are a couple spotty areas of some heavier rainfall also out towards Douglas County near the Douglasville area. And then out west as well. A lot of our heavier rain right now is closer to the Alabama state line. So we've got heavy rain extending through portions of Floyd County up towards the northeast as you get closer to 75, the Cartersville area, and then down towards Cedartown as well into far northwestern Carroll County. This little area right here has been strengthening a little just in the last hour or two. We're starting to see not only the heavy rainfall, but maybe the potential for some strengthening there. Now, at this point, this is all just rain, at least for our area. None of these showers are producing any thunder or lightning at this point. We've got some light rain also extending up into far northeast Georgia with a couple pockets again of some heavier rainfall there right now moving towards the Helen area. Here's the broader picture. A lot of the heavier rain and the storm activity is still off towards our west into portions of Mississippi as well as Alabama. You can see this little cluster of storms right here into central Alabama. This is close to the Birmingham area. This is moving up towards the northeast. So this is all headed our way. So things, while yes, soggy, wet, rainy, are just starting when it comes to not only that risk for flooding, but also the possibility of some stronger or even severe storms. We do have a tornado watch in effect that goes really stretching through portions of Alabama as well as Mississippi. There have been a number of severe thunderstorm warnings down into portions of southern Mississippi already, as well as a couple tornado warnings and one confirmed tornado that was in southern Mississippi. So that tornado watch does extend all the way up to the border of Alabama and Georgia and does include a couple of our far north Georgia counties. When it comes to the severe weather threat, we're going to be looking out for it all day today. We've got a level 1 risk across much of North Georgia with that level 2 threat that pushes into portions of down towards the southwest of the city. So we've got Randolph County, Alabama that is in that, as well as portions of Troup and Meriwether County that are in that elevated level 2 risk for severe weather. And the reason for that is a little stalled boundary that's right around that area. That provides not only a little bit more lift, but also a little bit more rotation in the atmosphere that's going to elevate that threat for severe weather. So when it comes to types of severe weather we're going to be on the lookout for today, the heavy rainfall, strong winds associated with these storms, that comes with a moderate risk. Our tornado threat is very low, but it's not zero. Anything that does develop, any spin that we see, is likely going to be pretty brief, short-lived, and weak, but just know that it is still a possibility. And because of that elevated possibility, the National Weather Service has issued that tornado watch that does include portions of our area. So it includes Haralson County, up towards Floyd, Chattooga County, basically all these stretching from Randolph County, Alabama, up to Floyd and Chattooga counties, right along that Alabama and Georgia border. So that's where our tornado threat is going to be elevated just a little bit throughout the course of the next few hours. So that tornado watch goes until 11 o'clock this morning. Just make sure that you know where to go in the event of a tornado warning, and also have a way to get those alerts should a tornado warning be issued. Now, this is our tornado environment, the significant tornado parameter. It's basically a measure of all the elements in the atmosphere that lead to increased possibility of a tornado or of rotation. And while it is still low, it is elevated, especially into those locations under the tornado watch through the next couple hours. Notice our tornado environment pretty low throughout 8, 9, 10 o'clock, but it does linger even until lunchtime, 2 o'clock, as that actual cold front comes through. So we'll have that low risk for a few areas of rotation, possibly a brief spin-up tornado throughout the next couple hours. Really, as we get especially into kind of mid to late morning, we'll watch as that starts to dwindle. When it comes to rain totals so far, we've already picked up on a lot of rain across especially northwest Georgia. So this is kind of split by 85 up towards the northwest of 85. Our rain totals range from widespread areas of about 1 to 2 inches, some localized totals closer to 3 inches already, where the rain has been very persistent. Down towards the southeast of 85, it's been a much drier story so far. There are some spots that have picked up maybe 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of accumulation, but the rain has not been nearly as persistent, or at this point heavy. We're still anticipating up to potentially another inch or 2 of rain accumulation, so we do still have a flood watch that is going to be in effect through this evening as that heavy rainfall falls, and also as runoff goes into streams and creeks. So this flood watch was issued yesterday, but the National Weather Service did extend it down towards the southeast through the overnight, so it now does include portions of Metro Atlanta, including Fulton County as well as DeKalb County, and I believe Cobb County was also added to that flood watch through this evening. It's mostly surrounding areas with poor drainage, as well as the low-lying streams, creeks, things of that nature, where you typically see standing water or areas of flooding. That's where we're going to have that higher risk of some flood warnings throughout the day today. So if you're going to be out and about driving, just take it a little slower. Know that there could be some standing water, and if you've got an area by you that typically floods, you're going to want to be extra cautious around those locations with, again, an additional 2 to even 3 inches of rainfall possible. Now, rain coverage today is going to be most widespread throughout the morning and into the early afternoon. We're tracking an incoming cold front. It's essentially pushing all this rain across the southeast, and once that cold front moves through, drier air is going to filter in. So while a couple spotty showers might linger into the afternoon and evening, it's really the first half of the day where most of this rainfall is going to take place. Here's how it plays out on our hour-by-hour forecast track. So that steady stream of rainfall will continue really right up the 85 corridor through the next hour or two. We'll continue to track pockets of the heavier rainfall, some of the stronger showers and storms, and those will become a little bit more widespread as we go throughout the next few hours. So we'll go from a light, persistent rainfall to more areas picking up on some heavy rain and of course that storm threat as the sun rises. Now our cold front starts to approach by about 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. So that main line of storms really starts to narrow in and focus. You can see based on our wind right here that the cold front is just about right there. This is 10 a.m. So that cold front is just starting to enter into the state. This is going to push down towards the southeast, that cold front reaching the Atlanta metro area by likely around lunchtime. So this is noon. We've got a distinct line of showers and storms, and along that actual cold front, so along that boundary, that's where storms are a little more likely to produce some gusty winds associated with that passing cold front. The front provides a little bit more lift and instability to get those storms strengthening. Behind that cold front, notice there's not a lot going on. So this is by 2 o'clock this afternoon. The cold front is down towards the southeast of the city. There's still a distinct line of showers and storms as it passes. And then behind it, we're still seeing a little bit of rainfall. Some of it is heavy, but things are not as widespread. And that will be kind of the beginning of our clearing into the second half of the day today. So by 8, 9 o'clock, once the sun sets, a couple areas of some light rain may linger, but things will start to dry out into tomorrow. When it comes to these showers and storms, again, we're going to be looking out for not only that risk for some stronger storms, but also heavy rainfall that could lead to some minor flooding. Behind that cold front, winds are going to pick up. So it'll be pretty breezy ahead of it and as it passes, with wind gusts up to about 30 to 35 miles per hour, and that's not associated with any thunderstorm activity. Behind the cold front, we'll keep a breeze. So sustained winds about 10 to maybe 15 miles per hour, gusts up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour, which is going to matter a lot more come tomorrow morning as cooler air comes in. Temperatures have been really mild the last couple of days. We hit a high of right around 70 degrees in Atlanta yesterday, and as this cold front moves through, it's going to push all that mild air out of the way and bring in some much colder air. So temperatures are going to fall as we go into this evening and into tomorrow. Results in a pretty big temperature drop. So we're still spring-like today, hence the spring-like storms. High temperatures will get up to the mid to upper 60s, even with all the cloud cover. Behind our cold front, high temperatures today fall into the upper 40s for both Sunday and Monday. So the end of your weekend is going to be a lot chillier tomorrow when you compare it to high temperatures today in some spots in the 70s. We might manage to get up to 70 in Atlanta before that cold front comes through. High temperatures, though, will likely take place kind of in the earlier afternoon, closer to noon or 1 o'clock ahead of the cold front, and then we'll start to cool down overnight tonight. By tomorrow morning, temperatures are back up into the upper 30s, low 40s, so it is going to be a much colder start to tomorrow. Some spots in the North Georgia mountains will even fall down to the freezing point by tomorrow morning, and that cold air really settles in by the start of the week. So overnight low temperatures get down to the 20s and low 30s both Monday morning and Tuesday morning, with not a lot of a warm up as we move into this upcoming week. Here's your 7-day forecast. Again, we've got that weather impact alert in effect for today. Really for the first half of the day, especially where our threat is a little bit higher, not only for the chance for some stronger storms and yes, that low end risk for tornadoes, but also for the flood threat. The flood threat is going to linger through this evening because even once it stops raining, we'll still be watching kind of runoff across North Georgia as all that rain goes into streams and creeks, and those areas of water continue to rise. So even once it stops raining, you will want to be cautious on the roads, especially around those streams, creeks, the low-lying kind of water crossings, especially for some rising water. And temperatures will be a lot chillier, but the sun comes back out by Sunday and Monday. We will continue to stream here on 11 Alive Plus, provide updates when it comes to these showers and thunderstorms as we track them across the area throughout the remainder of the day today. Here's another check real quick of our live radar before we end this update. You can see the heavy rainfall moving into portions of Cleburne County, Alabama, and that heavy rain right along I-20 right now. Still a steady stream just to the northwest of 85. Those showers and storms again off towards Birmingham into Alabama. A little bit stronger. No thunder or lightning yet, but this is just the beginning. So of course we'll continue to provide those updates as we track this line of showers and storms across North Georgia.